Hey YouTube, man, Mingo here. It's another mechanic job. It's a 2012 Hyundai Sonata, and we're gonna be replacing the axle CV joint, which is this guy right here. What happens is these boots over time will weather and either come in and come out or break altogether. So in this case, this is the original. It's having issues with noise, and all the grease from the boot is all over everywhere. So it's probably dry, breaking, or on the verge of breaking. Luckily the car doesn't get too much use, but it runs 180,000 miles. Okay, pretty straightforward. You take the lug nuts off after you lift the car up with jacks. Put the jack stand for safety. Remove the lug nuts, remove the wheel. You're gonna have your brake rotor, your brake caliper, your brake pads, and your brake bracket, which holds the caliper and everything together. You don't have to necessarily remove the rotors. We're doing it for because we're upgrading the rotors as well. But this is the bracket. The bracket that holds the caliper. This is where your brake pads go. This you do have to remove. And to get back here, after once you get the rack and pinion out the way, you got the stabilizer on this side. You may not have to take this one off. I'm gonna try not to, but I'm trying to take it off from these three down here, but I'm having a little difficulty, so I might just have to opt and remove it from the two here. That'll give me leeway to run this forward a little bit, so I get the boot and an L 90-degree angle and pull it back out, and then reverse for putting in the new one. Also back here, back there on the boot, you want to try to get a flathead to separate it from the tranny, because there are two ring clamps in there with the spline that are holding it from coming out. But before you do that, you want to get it removed from here. This is a size 32 millimeter, and before all else, if you don't have a torque wrench or some type of air gun, you're gonna have to remove this first before you do anything, you know. So to give you an example, if I didn't have an air gun, I would have to lift up the car, remove the rim, take the center cap from the rim off, put the rim back on to present it. You can put one screw, two screws, drop the car a little bit so the tire doesn't spin. Get the 32 millimeter, get a breaker bar, put it on there so that way the tire doesn't rotate. Break it off, and then once you break it free, you raise the car again, remove the two screws, take the tire off, and then you'll have this nut free. This nut, you spin it all the way back, and once you get it as far back, you want to hit it. You want to hit the nut, you don't want to hit the spline. And then usually when you get the new axle, it comes with a new nut, so you don't have to worry about damaging the spline or anything. But just in case you like to reuse things like I do, so like I said, you back it out a little bit and then you smack it. The smack that you give it, it's gonna push it out from back here, so that way you'll be able to leverage here with a flathead, or maybe just even pull it out by hand. You want to turn this as much as you can to give the 90-degree on the elbow, and then that way it gives you the leeway to push out. Once you push it out and get it off of here, you're done with that. And all you would need is to get it under the car, get someone to get the flathead behind this. Where this ends, there's another boot, and then where it meets the tranny, you need to get between the space of that tranny and that boot to wiggle a flathead there, just to pry it out, and boop, it'll come out. Worst case scenario, when you remove this, it'll break, or you either break from here, from this boot, or it'll break from in there, in which case you'll have a piece still hanging in there. you know. But like I said, if you get a flathead and you wedge it from the tranny and you manage to pull it out in one piece, then you avoid breaking the whole thing and having two pieces. Anyways, I hope you guys find my video helpful. Any questions or comments, please leave them on the space below. Don't forget to like the video. Size 14 to remove the caliper. These guys right here, what size is that? I believe it's a size 17 to remove the bracket caliper. The rotors consist of the 2 screws here, 1 screw there, it's a Phillips. And if you want to do that job, it's pretty straightforward. Thanks guys.